believe all the way up to Chicago, and ultimately down to Montgomery. But traffic level is considerably less, it seems, on down south from Birmingham to Montgomery than it is on this side of Birmingham. On my way up towards the beginning of the test section here, in which our drilling operation's about to begin, so we can monitor what we have in this pavement, check it versus what it was selected for. I wanted to show this. This is off in the shoulder. There's a hole drilled probably for a signpost right there, and you can see a milepost which is imprinted onto the pavement. It's 308.8 right here. The first test hole, which is about 90 feet or so upstream of the beginning of the test section. Down to the first hole. It's classified as a sandy clay, and that appears to be accurate. It's not as cohesive as the material that we saw in Birmingham yesterday, but sandy clay appears to be about as accurate a characterization as you can give it visually. A borehole is around 13.5 inches total of asphalt concrete, obviously, which most of that is base. We'll have a chance to core on the next hole, so we'll be able to look at the base thickness versus that of the surfacing mix. There's no way with the hole this deep that we can see what the base thickness is. We'll rely upon what's shown on the plans, which we're coring rather than augering. We can get a better idea of our thickness. As you can see, they're extracting the core from the hole. You also see one of the main reasons why we selected projects that are either in a tangent section or in a right curve where we have the water sloping to the outside. You see the water from the coring operation running off here on the side of the pavement. We've got the core turned over that we pulled out of the hole. We've got a total of 13.5 inches of asphalt concrete as we had on that other one. What we have here is about 1.5 inches of the wearing surface, which you see over on the right, 2 inches of a binder, and then about 10 inches of the asphalt concrete base. Were the binder and the base the same mix here?
Yeah. It's basically the same mix.
Looks like it may not be, may not have quite as large of aggregate in it.
It's basically the same mix.
As
right here, it looks the same here.
Yeah, it's for 126 on Interstate 65 in Coleman, Alabama. One could rather easily, or one could argue whether we should classify it as 1.5 inches of surface mix and then a total of 12 inches of base, or 3.5 and 10. But either way, it would fit into the same cell, and in reality, it would probably be just as well to classify this as a GPS 1 as a GPS 2. It might be able to extend our distributions a little bit better in there, and that's something that I'll check back on when I get the opportunity back in the office. I'm able to see what we have from the other test sections and discuss this with the technical assistance contractor. This ends the video for test section 14126, southbound lanes of Interstate 65. We're around milepost, or between 308 and 309 in Coleman, Alabama, about 50 miles north of Birmingham.